better way to end off the week than with another debt-free scream. James and Haley are here from Morgantown, West Virginia, and this young couple right here, 25 and 27, just 2 years ago, were in 6 figures worth of debt, and they paid it all off, and now they have their whole lives ahead of them. Can't wait for you to hear their story. It all started when he was a boy listening to the Dave Ramsey Show on the radio. Get ready for this debt-free scream.
Your life is an adventure. Emotionally, you've just been through the ringer. You're not afraid of hard work, and you have no debt. Everything paid for. Very, very well done. You did the hard work, and you've done so good. You know when you've had it, that something has to happen inside of you. Slow and steady. Live on less than you make. Believe that it can happen. It does happen every day in America. You are the answer. God's blessings pouring to and through you are the answer. Of Ramsey Solutions, James and Haley are with us. Hey guys, how are you?
We're wonderful.
We're doing pretty good.
Welcome. Where do you guys live?
Morgantown, West Virginia.
West Virginia. Awesome. Well, welcome to Nashville. Good to have you guys. And all the way down here to do a debt-free scream.
Yes, we are.
Love it. How much have you paid off?
We paid off $105,000.
Good. And how long did it take?
About 21 months.
Wow. And your range of income during that time?
We started out around $45,000, and we ended around $170,000.
That's a bit of a jump in 2 years.
That's a big jump.
Yeah. What do you guys do for a living, and why did that income go up like that?
Well, I graduated college. I'm a petroleum engineer.
Oh, there we go. Ding, ding. Okay, so you went from making zero to making petroleum engineer money.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, and that explains a big jump. Okay, what do you do, James?
I am a physical therapy assistant.
Ah, very good. Okay. So we're making bank. I'm going to guess some student loans in that $105,000. How much?
The student loans total were like 40, 45.
What was the rest of it?
We had a car. We had some cell phones that we financed. We had a settlement from a lawsuit.
Tax bill.
And we had an unexpected tax bill.
Okay.
We had to add in.
Kind of normal. A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Right. How long have you guys been married?
4 years.
Okay. So 4 years, so like 2 years into the marriage, something happened, and you said, we're going to get out of debt. What happened?
Well, our process of getting in debt started right around our time of our marriage. We both come from hardworking families, but we don't come from a background where there's just money everywhere. Okay, so we got married in May of 2016, and I'm going to try and make it through all this. Okay, so 3 months after our wedding, we were in the process of a job change for me. Haley was still in school, and we packed up everything we owned, and we moved into a new apartment. And before the end of the day, we had not stayed the night there, the apartment burnt down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So we lost everything that we owned. We didn't have any money, and we didn't have anywhere to live.
Well, you didn't have insurance.
Yeah.
No, we didn't have any renter's insurance either.
Oh my gosh.
So if it wasn't for our family and our church, we wouldn't have been able to make it at all. So we just started to live on credit, and people would give us some money, but we weren't very smart about it. And I've always been a big fan of talk radio. I listened to a lot of podcasts, and I found your name. I had known from my youth, but I didn't know anything about your plan. And just a few days of listening to it, and I brought it to Haley, and I said, hey, this stuff, like, I think it could really change us. So do you want to stop spending all the money we have and just pay off our debt?
I thought he was crazy.
Of course, yeah. Very cool. And you were in school at the time, right?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But I got on board shortly after, and I stopped shopping so much and going out to eat all the time. And since then, we've just been working hard, trying to pay off our debt. And JR, for the longest time, had 2 jobs.
Yeah, so whenever I started the plan, I was working one job, making about 45 grand. And I immediately went to my boss and I said, hey, can I restructure my schedule? You know, I'll work like 6 days a week so I can just work early in the day. And then I went and applied for another job, and I worked that job those same 6 days, all afternoon into the evening. And on the 7th day, I applied for a job in a hospital and got that job. So there was a 3-month period where I didn't take a day off.
Wow.
Just working every day, and we'd see each other like 6 in the morning. We'd kiss and pray, and Haley would go to school, and I would go to work, and I'd get home like 8 or 9 at night, and everybody thought we were crazy.
I bet.
But
They
we
were
had
concerned for us.
yeah, we had vision and we had purpose, and I hope now people will understand why we gave up so much of our time, so that going forward.
You were living like no one else, so later you could live and give like no one else.
Absolutely.
Paying a price to win. Way to go.
Yeah.
Very good. So, who was your biggest cheerleader?
Me was my wife.
I was going to say not each other.
Outside, other than each other. Anybody outside cheering you on, or everybody saying you're crazy?
Yeah, you know, some of the people I worked with, they would see like, hey, you're working all the time. Like, what's going on? And I would explain to them and introduce this plan to them, and I think in a couple years, maybe some of them will make it down here, and we talk about it and they support each other.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, very cool. But other people thought you'd lost your minds.
Yes, sir.
Most of them.
Yeah.
I mean, our family too. Our family knew what was going on. I think maybe we've had a positive influence on them too.
Very good. Very good. Well, when you win, people always want to know how you did it, you know? So how did you do it? What do you tell people the key to getting out of debt is?
I would just say that you just have to believe it's possible. I think it's easy just to kind of get all the numbers together and look at your budget and think that it's impossible to pay off a certain amount, and you don't want to give up everything that you're doing, but it's well worth it in the end. About a month after we got out of debt, and we haven't told many people this, but we found out that we were pregnant, and unfortunately we ended up losing the baby. But we were able to pay off all of my medical bills without even thinking anything about it, and it just gave us more peace of mind that although we were struggling in that time and we were of course devastated, we didn't have to put a medical bill on a credit card and
just wrote a check and forgot about it and just healed.
Yeah, and we didn't have that nagging bill following us around, reminding us of what had happened. So I would just say that if you work hard and believe it's possible, it's worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you obviously worked hard, no question about it. And, you know, James has put in a lot of hours, and now you've kicked in with this new great career of yours, and that makes everything go into overdrive now. And so hard work is part of your big part of your story here to turn this around.
Absolutely.
So very well done. Well, I'm very proud of you. Congratulations. How old are you two?
I'm 25.
I'm 27.
Wow. I love it. Killer millennials. Get them. Love it. The best they are, man. That's awesome. On your way to being millionaires.
Yes, sir.
So we've got a copy of Chris Hogan's Retire Inspired book for you, because we want that to be the next chapter, that you become millionaires, one of those everyday millionaires Chris talks about. And then, of course, being outrageously generous as you go along. Very well done, you guys. Very well done.
Thank you.
James and Haley, Morgantown, West Virginia, $105,000 paid off in 21 months. Meanwhile, their income goes from 45 all the way to 170. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. Thank God we're debt-free!
You guys, man, that's amazing. That's as good as it gets right there. The people that start winning with money do it on purpose. They're intentional. And what you focus on is what you win at. You very seldom win at something accidentally. No one wins the Super Bowl and goes, what happened? How'd that happen? No, they know exactly how it happened. Years of practice and developing skill. Intentionality, being intentional. What you pay attention to in your life, your health, your marriage, your kids, your career, your income, your spiritual walk, your intellect, your wealth building, What you pay attention to, you win at.